Game a long time.
Let me introduce y'all to somebody who was iconic growing up here on the West Side. Another former athlete who been through the ringer, been through everything, adversity, life. He can tell you guys a little bit about his success story, his life, him growing up here in Michigan City, Indiana, being a former athlete, going to college, and now still living here, you know, passing down the roots, information to you guys. I'm gonna introduce you guys to 2-4 himself, man. 2-4, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Uh, Basically, Phil, you know me. I knew you since you was a kid, but I grew up here on the West Side. Moved over here in '71 as a kid. Went to Park School. Went to Barker. Played at Rogers, where I excelled as a football player, basketball player. Played baseball. Played any sport. All conference, all state, all area. You can name it. From there, I went on to College of DuPage in Illinois. I played 2 years there,
Okay.
where I was a second team all conference point guard. Took a scholarship to Long Beach State University, where I acquired an injury that set me out for a year. Then I resumed at Long Beach College in California. So, but basically, growing up on the West Side, you had, you know, players that come through. Mr. Basketball, Delray Brooks, Keith Gales from the West Side. A lot of players I played with in high school, where we won sectionals and regionals and holiday tournaments, and you know, just played a lot of sports coming through.
Mm-hmm. So a little bit. Tell me about what happened during your college career that you want to pass down to this next youth.
Well, what I want to
And be real with them too.
I'm gonna be real. I want to specify education. Number one, education, because I thank God that all the sports I played, I did end up getting me an associate's degree in business and some minors, and then I got a bachelor's degree from Long Beach State in business also. But number one, you got to be a student athlete first. You got to be a student before you become an athlete, because no coach can play you or use you if you're ineligible, your grades are not under control, your behavior is out of control. Coaches want a student first and then an athlete.
Right.
So I can specify, get your education.
Right.
If you go to college, you get a chance to get a scholarship, or if you just go to college outright, get your education, because it's important in today's times now.
Okay, so 2-4, I got this little saying. It's called PTSD, not post-traumatic stress disorder, but post-traumatic sports disorder. So
Okay.
when you were pretty much done, you know, playing sports and everything, did you struggle with letting one thing go that you ultimately practice and prepare for your whole entire life? What was that struggle like, just leaving sports, or did you ever leave sports?
I never left sports, and a good question, Phil, because when I finished playing college ball, I got invited to a lot of camps to go pro ball, and played at a lot of pro-am camps.
Mm-hmm.
Then eventually I ended up staying in the game. I never left the game, because as of now, I'm a licensed basketball official. I'm a sports director for Michigan City House of Hope. But after sports, after my playing days were over, I continued to play softball at a high level. You know that, Phil. Mm-hmm. Never left the sports. To this day, I'm still directing sports, youth sports, t-ball, softball, baseball, running basketball camps. So no, I didn't have it, because I'm always to this day still around sports.
Still to this day. And
still to this day.
And I remember seeing 2-4 around the neighborhood, around sports events, man. He's still on fire and on passion for what he do and what everything that he's been through in life, man. And one thing you guys got to realize, man, there's a real life after sports,
Yes.
man. You can't really make this your whole life. It's just a vehicle that we use to get to our platform,
Exactly.
to our ultimate goal, man. So
Exactly.
I just want to chop it up with 2-4 while I'm in town, man. It's a blessing seeing old faces. And as I'm an older adult now, about to be 29 years old, this man remember seeing me since I was little. And I might not know everything. He didn't play basketball, my father, my uncles, and everything. So he can tell you guys a little bit about them, because I pretty much don't know too much.
Well, your dad was a heck of a ball player. No, I won't say heck. Hell of a ball player. Shoot the rock, mid-range game, handle the ball. Defense was phenomenal. I mean,
I see where I get the defense from then.
He will shut you down, believe that. Him and Mike Lemons, they will shut you down. But I watched your dad play when I was coming home for the winter breaks and stuff, spring, you know, summer. And when they were at Rogers at that time, they went down to many semi-states, played at a high level, and
Played against Sean Kemp.
Yeah. And Rick Fox and those guys, when they went down and played Concord, played Marion High School, which produced Lyndon Jones and Jay Edwards and those guys like that. So his dad played at a high level, and he played with a hell of a lot of talented players
You good?
that was on his team that played with them. And then also I caught Phil when because that's what I wanted to get back. I'm gonna swing back,
Yeah,
and
go
I
ahead.
also coached at the Michigan City High School, where I was an assistant boys football coach, assistant girls.
Hey, Maxine. You're one of our
Yeah.
neighbors over there. We good. We good. Chopping it up. How you doing?
Where I coach assistant football with the varsity boys and the varsity girls basketball, and from there I was blessed by the great late Bear Falls to bring me on with the boys. So I assisted him up from '96 until 2000, and I got a chance to catch Phil when he played the game. Phil was a hitter, he was a jumper, leaper, catch the rock. He sort of like me, wide receiver, play defense, play free safety. So he's telling you things that he knew, but I know things about his career too. So I give credit where credit due.
Most
If you're
definitely.
good, you're good.
Most definitely.
If you subpar, you subpar. But a lot of people get out their lane. So I know guys, and I have to add this: they never played for the Red Devils. They never played for the Raiders. But they'll come to me and say, "Man, you can't do nothing with me." I tell them in a minute, "You can't even carry my bag to the gym because I've been through the ringer. I've been the 5-star. I played with Patrick Ewing, Ed Pickney, the guys from Villanova, Michael Jackson with Georgetown. So there's nothing that I haven't seen in sports. Nothing.
Got you.
So, but this is a good thing that Phil's doing. If you need, I'm gonna give Phil, I'm gonna give you my
Yeah, most
number.
definitely.
If you need to link up with some of the guys while you're in town,
Yeah.
some of the greats, Michael Lemons. Who else is here? Big Zach Sellers was here. I wish you could have got an interview with Zach.
Yeah, I gotta get
Sellers
all those
that grew up
guys.
the street
Yeah.
from me.
Yeah.
But Michigan City has produced some phenomenal athletes, boys and girls,
Yeah.
and to get this out in the media to let people know that sports is important, but education is number one. But sports is a ladder to get you to where you want to be, a lawyer, a doctor, or businessman, or salesman, whatever you want to
The
be.
relationships that you build and you make on your journey,
Exactly.
So we met a lot of people, through sports, man, and
Along the
we
way.
can take those life and testimonies with us, man.
Right,
and help us
And-
become better men.
Right, and thinking about Phil, one of my best friends, God bless his soul, he's passed now, James Seward. He was a Boilermaker. He played at Purdue, linebacker for 2 years. He got drafted by the Denver Broncos.
He's from Michigan City?
Yeah, James
Oh, wow.
Seward. James,
Didn't know-
the
never
linebacker.
knew
Yeah,
that.
played
Never
with
knew
us.
that.
Played with me and Troy Brooks and the quarterback, Troy. Got to put my boy in there. He threw me a lot of balls in my day. He helped me be All-American, All-State and All-Conference and All-Area MVP in the area, MVP in the conference. So, but Phil was a Boilermaker. So that's telling you right now, he went from here to here, and look where he's at now. He's giving back, trying to give back to get the word out.
Yeah, and man, for y'all to realize real quick, Michigan City, we really don't have much to offer when it comes to job wise, career wise. We don't really too much see black entrepreneurs or black males really progressing in our city. Man, we were literally 2-4 of them grew up right down the street from a state prison.
That's right.
Indiana
That's
State
right.
Prison is literally a block away from us.
2 blocks.
Yeah, 2 blocks, and then
One,
right
two.
around the corner is the beach.
There's the beach.
So you have a negative stigmatism, then you have peaceful over here. So you have to decide what you're gonna do with your life, no matter where you come from, any kind of walks of life. You know what I mean? I just want to keep it real with you guys, let you guys meet one of the greats that I grew up with. I didn't get a chance to
appreciate
see
that.
him play, but I seen him play softball. I seen him
give some
compete.
footage.
Go
I
ahead.
got some footage.
You got some footage?
I got some
We
footage, some
gonna
pictures
try to
and
get. We gonna get that. We gonna get that. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
put that on one of my posts too,
Right,
man.
right. And I want to add also,
Go ahead,
Phil,
go ahead.
On the west side here, we had 2 ways to go. Back then, we had 3 ways to go.
Okay.
They had a court called the Blacktop. We played at the Blacktop.
Okay.
We'll play there for a couple hours, then we'll leave the Blacktop, and then we'll go to Pullman Field. We'll play there for an hour or two, and then we went to the main arena, which was Park School. That's
Okay.
where the Rob Hardens and the Roger Harden, Mr. Basketball from Kentucky, and Del Rey and Palambizio, Mr. Basketball, and you name it. Michael Mack here from Michigan City. These guys would come over to the west side to play against us, and it was like east side against west side, west side against Eastport, west side against Southgate. They come to our arena, and it used to be sold out just like a basketball arena.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He took
man.
me back. He had to
Know
take
you-
me back.
know your
to that
history,
one.
man. Know y'all history.
I had to go back on that, but it wouldn't be a time when me and my brothers then wouldn't leave the house. We'll leave the house at 10. We wouldn't get back till 5. And we'll play ball all day, and then we'll suit up, and now it's time to go play baseball.
These kids had no clue.
they had
A lot
no
of these
clue.
kids have no clue what it
They
means
know.
to grind and get it
grind.
in, man. Like, we actually did it. We put in the hours, man.
That's
The
correct.
hours,
That's
the hard
correct.
work, perfecting your craft, man.
That's correct. That's
Man,
correct.
shout out to man 2-4, man, for
I
the
appreciate
interview,
you.
man. Thank
And
God for you,
and
man.
I still got one game in me.
Check them out. Come on,
I got
now.
one game in me.
How old are you? 2-4?
56.
56. Come on, y'all.
56, and I stay in fit. Like I say, I referee due to COVID-19. I've been shut down. but I do anywhere from junior high to NAI basketball. I do a lot of games at Bethel and Ancilla and Goshen College. But I try to keep my physical composition together.
Most definitely. Still.
And one thing, stay away from drugs. Stay away from alcohol.
You want us to give us a little quick testimony on that?
I've been down that road.
Okay.
I tried everything from cocaine to marijuana to the liquor, the beer. Don't get me wrong, I still drink a cold one. I'm watching the Cubs. I'm a Cubs fan. But I limited my reasons why I don't need this in my body. As you get older, your body kind of evaporates, as I want to say, deteriorates your bones and stuff. The only way I can keep this physical composition is to leave drugs alone, stay away from alcohol as much as you can, if you can, and just try to stay in some kind of physical condition. Because it will help you when you're in your 30s and your 40s, and look at me at 56.
Most definitely.
I'm in good shape.
Most definitely.
So, but I thank God, number one, I thank my mom and dad, because they put me and my brothers in Little League Baseball when we were 8, 9 years old. I've been playing football, baseball, basketball since I was 8 years old. Up until now, I just retired at 50 playing softball. One of the high-level softball players that come through Michigan City, come through Indiana.
I seen him do it.
Eric Sutton, love him, God bless him.
Yes,
that
sir.
was my buddy. He pulled me out the yard when I was 18, home from college, and he said, man, that's when he gave me the name 2-4. He said, man, come here,
Didn't know that.
Gator needs you to come, man. We need you to play. Ray said, come and get you. They came and got me, and I played softball for right at 38, 40 years.
And who would have known, just somebody reaching out, being a mentor, and just saying, hey, come with us.
Big time mentor.
Come on
Eric
now.
Sutton,
Come on
big time
now.
mentor. So, but I give thanks to mom and dad. They put us in there. We could have very easily, like Phil said, we could have went left to the prison or right to the beach and work out, run the sand. I chose go to the beach, run the sand, jump rope on the sand. That made my athletic paralysis where it went from 18 to really now, because I wouldn't be able to get up and down the court, blow the whistle if I didn't take care of myself. So I really appreciate this. Phil pulled me to the side, said, hey, I want to talk to you. People throw the legendary stuff out there. I was nominated to possibly be in the Basketball Hall of Fame, Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame, definitely the Michigan City Basketball Hall of Fame. I just got that letter before
Congrats
COVID.
on that too, folks.
Yeah,
Congrats,
before
man.
COVID hit me and Michael Mack.
That's major.
So, where I go from there is if I see a kid walking down the street dribbling the basketball, I'll take time out and play with him, dribble with him. If I see a young girl dribbling the basketball, I'll take time out and play with them. Kids out there throwing footballs, I jump right in and give them a little time to let them know I did this before. So that's where I'm at too.
Got to.
So, and I'm doing it to this day.
Yeah, man. Appreciate the love, man. 2-4, man. Shout out to 2-4,
Thank you, Phil.
man.
How can I get that footage, Phil?
I'm gonna record it, I'm gonna save it, I'm gonna send it to you.
Send it to
Yeah,
me.
I'm gonna have it on Facebook too.
You need my number.
Yeah. So it's your boy Coach T reporting live from Real Life After Sports. No athlete left behind. Y'all stay tuned, man. It gets no better than this. It gets no better than this.
That's wonderful, man.
Yeah, man.
Let me give you my number.